replay, there was like the first bit of this match, new meta was kind of winning, and then home DC, so we're redoing it. We got a Japanese team featuring 2 area cup winners, a 3000 Tri-Slasher and 3000 Squelcher, who I believe is on the sword. New meta going with the same comp they always run. Splatoon 1 or Splatoon 2, same thing. This is the weapons they like to play, and we see very little changes from them. They prefer to stick to it, and the main weapons themselves have very good synergy with each other. And so, you know, kind of looks together. Splash gets an early trade with the Tetradooley. Whale's going to come out, but not really too much with it. And Brush is very scary on this map for a very obvious reason. The top of the map. Being able to just run all the way over the grates is extremely threatening, and even Tetra's dodge rolls are useful for that. We see these dives together here that tend to get quite a lot of value. Tactical are used on the top. The Kraken gonna have to run to the corner and gets immediately Stamper combo. Tetra goes down as well. Ballpoint's gonna try to save things, but goes down as well. And the Stamper is able to get a quad pretty much immediately. Just picking off remaining member after remaining member, catching a lot of 1v1s in a row. Very nice there. Gotta be careful there. You don't want to accidentally stagger trying to save one engagement, because you could end up just fighting a lot of very even fights instead of stacking them in your favor. New meta has that Inkjet at the ready, trying to find its way around that Tri-Slosher, getting some poke off, but no kill. Zipcaster coming in to camp the recall, gonna be able to find it onto Storm here, and trying to save things. The Kraken's gonna body block, and their own recall is gonna be camped, though. They have one of those too. And so the recall camping just leads to new meta getting control here. Having the 96 set up onto the top of the map, trying to shoot over the wall. The Tri-Slosher goes down. Stamper set up on the right side of the map. Here comes the escape car from the Tetradooley. Gonna just be running into the side of the map. And gets the pick on the Crab Tank. That's a crucial kill. I don't know if I like the Tetra going back, though. I think the Tetra and the Brush should be going to the left side. Here we'll be seeing one of the only actual Squid Surge spots in the game, which I'm convinced was put in by complete accident. And the Tetra set up on a very nice spot. Can opt to push the left side, can go use the mast as cover and play on the grating, and can even stay here and use this wall as kind of cover. It's a very dangerous location here, and you have to be careful that this Tetra doesn't get a kill. They're trying to take him down, but look how much time it took for the Tetra to go down. During that time, there's a Kraken. The Inkjet manages to get a snipe off, and the Zipcaster gets absolutely denied before it could go anywhere. It's just the Crab Tank trying to secure enough space to get a regroup, but the Brush goes down. 2 goes down, and what looked like a very solid game-winning fight is suddenly going into the other team's favor. Zipcaster comes out to chase Storm down. Isabel jumps in to try to save things, and that is that. The Japanese team able to get a cap on the zone. Home with this Kraken at the ready. Probably going to be the main thing they look to initiate with. It's the closest thing they have to an entry special in this comp. Here they go after the person in the corner. Whale actually going to combo with the Kraken for a kill there. That is not a combo you see too often. And Home trying to escape to the corner. At least pulls the try away, but they do go down. Inkjet gets sniped off immediately. Oh boy, and there goes the Tacticooler to just ensure they don't get staggered. And this is suddenly looking very scary for new meta. Oh, but here's the thing. Here comes the Whale. The Tetra gets a trade, but the Brush goes down. A lot of Fiesta was pulled back away from the zone, though, and that might give them a chance. 1 kill goes down. Inkjet's gonna have to hit a snipe onto the Crab. Oh, they do manage to break it there. That's a bit of desync, but they do go down while the Crab user stays alive. The Kraken's the only thing left, and it's not gonna be able to do anything to the other team. We see the retreat of shame as Fiesta holds it. I think new meta should have had that there. Too aggressive at the end. They didn't really need to go that aggressive after the Crab was wasted. And I think if they just hung back a little bit more, they would have been okay. Unfortunate. Definitely a good attempt, though. My voice is getting a little bit sore, so I think I might bring in a co-caster for some support. But anyway, that's just one game. One game. And we get to Tower Control Inkblot. Here's the thing, though. That's zones, and that's a good try, Matt. We've seen Western teams be more comfortable on the other modes. And they're gonna have to win on more than just zones in order to get the set. Zones only appears twice. So in theory here, If we can win Tower, Tower, and Rainmaker for the other 3 maps, because Clan Blitz was striked, like the map with it, honestly, could definitely still see this being turned around. Alright, here we go. The 96 actually gonna replace the double splash. And we are seeing charge up and comeback. There you go. That's the kind of thing I expect on 96, honestly. Like, the Kraken is a big part of the weapon. It's a part of what you play for. And running charge up for the special, you know, makes a lot of sense here. And we'll be seeing if they play for that Kraken on the objective a lot. Here comes one of the crabs on the right side. The ballpoint actually going to be trying to challenge it just to make sure it doesn't notice the Tetra Brush dive. Like, not there to kill the crab. Just there to pull the crab away so the other 2 members can go in. And here's the first Kraken. Gonna try not to sit on the tower and instead push their plat. Not gonna go for the try, actually gonna target the 96. Gets a pick on them, but this sword needs to go down. The wall gonna be really good at taking care of it. Stamper actually doesn't deal that massive damage to wall. It's very good at shredding a lot of objects, but wall is not one of them. And 96 could actually be a very good weapon to pick into that. You see 1 kill coming out here. New Meta trying to secure the checkpoint. But Fiesta is trying their hardest not to give it to them. They're going to be popping the Kraken. Here comes the other Kraken. We got a Kraken fight on the tower. Like, this is Splatoon 1. And neither of them win, of course. Both of them just distract enough for another player to go down. Ballpoint's trying to hold back on their own plat. We see the front lines comboing on the left side of the map. Able to get a double kill, though. And the Tetra jumps in. And here we go with the aggressive power that New Meta likes to do. Here we go, rushing down the Splash-O-Matic early. And Isabel's going to get onto the enemy plat. Inkjet comes out defensively, gonna snipe the Tri-Slusher before they can even pick up their own Tacticooler. They might be able to grab it from the respawn, though. It does last about 13 seconds. But that's a very nice play if they can get a stagger here. That respawn might not be in time. Reef Slider comes out, gonna take down the wall. But the Tri-Slusher comes back in the nick of time. Just barely to be able to get a triple kill onto New Meta. And just when it was looking so good, you can get shut down just like that. Try is going to be so good at dealing with this aggression. It has to be a priority target. The Brush is just trying to run behind them as their whole team turned around. And honestly, even though they go down, that's way too many people looking at the Brush. And this fight's going to end up very even. They're going to have to invest a crab tank to try to hold the left side of the map. Brush is able to get a trade. Here comes the Kraken looking to secure a kill or so. Don't know if the recall is going to happen in time for the Kraken to kill it. Doesn't matter. It actually goes down elsewhere. Both Krakens run out from the 96 gals. Gonna opt to flank the tower. And that's a wipe. Now, here's the scary part. With the tower special advantage and with the wall of the 96, allowing it to position more aggressively, it's honestly very likely it can get another Kraken. Oh my god, though. Gonna get a pick on the splash, too? Forget having a game-winning special of your own. You might as well also take out a crab tank. And the gal is going in. Home is very familiar with this weapon, not afraid of getting RNG'd, and gonna go in, use this Kraken, try and chase down the try, and finally get out of there. But ooh, that's when they get picked off. The Jet's gonna put some damage in. The Reef Slider isn't gonna be able to kill, but they are at least gonna get a few points on the board. That's the thing, though. 32 is the main checkpoint. Getting through that is very crucial. Here comes the Tacticooler to get the Stamper moving in, able to find a kill onto the 96, and the Stamper has that Zipcaster, but probably not going to use it yet. Okay, pop it there, but that's okay as a panic because you come back and you can see on that special charge, they already are so close to getting another one. So they'll be able to come back and then use that Zipcaster. Really helpful to take advantage of that special saver. That's a wipe, but honestly, that's not that bad. The crab tank had to be used already, and this splash is going to have to play for another one. That being said, this weapon's still 200B for some reason, so they're honestly, like, halfway there. They're going to get tower special advantage. Not the most unlikely thing. Rush goes down. Try has to get this kill onto the 96, and they do. That's a very important kill. They really needed that there. And now New Meta's resources are spread very thin. Rush is trying to keep the Zipcaster away. Storm gets a trade. Here comes that second crab tank we talked about earlier, though. And guess what? The Kraken on the tower is gonna just secure them points. There's nothing you can do about it. And they tried to contest it, but ended up going down. The Tetra's gonna go in to try to pick the 96, but they go down too. And the Try just getting cooler after cooler after cooler. Gonna be walking in, gets another trade, and that's gonna benefit them as a cooler user. This 96 is trying to make something happen, trying to salvage everything, but the sword is going in, and new meta is just spread thin everywhere. They're just in too many split team fights. The sword's gonna be able to pick off the ink brush. And at this point, they need to touch the tower. It's gonna be difficult. The Kraken runs out though. Storm's gonna be able to get on it. But the Zipcaster just, nope, let me get over here. Let me take that from you, and I'll be taking the game alongside it. Fiesta, up 2-0. Okay, that took a while on the black screen, no? Alright, well, here we go. It's a zones map, but it's a pretty good aggressive map. So, I mean, that's a positive you gotta look for here. All right. Here we go. New meta is gonna need an insane reverse sweep in order to turn this around. No comp change from them. And we're gonna go back to the double splash for zones. Yeah, Kraken is definitely far weakest on zones. Makes sense to switch it off for this map. And here we go. There's the double dive. You see this a lot. That me and Arashi do as well. If you've seen Last Resort play the double dive on the right side of the map, they're going to do the same thing here with the different weapons. But in this case, it's a bit harder to take advantage of the ledge, and two of them go down very quickly. The splashes clean up the fight quite easily. The ballpoint able to get a quick kill. Hold the left side of the map, though. Here comes the Inkjet. Going to be able to weaken people, and gets a nice flick onto the super jump. And here we go. Tetra ballpoint, or sorry, Tetra ink brush are going to be up here. And the Gal ballpoint are going to deal with the flanks. The Gal goes down, though. The Tetra's going to have to equalize it, but gets a kill on a crab. Gets a kill on the Tetra. What's happening on this side of the board? It looks like they cleaned up the flanker, actually. Storm took him down. And the Splash is able to get a kill into the ink brush, though. And, oh, that Splash player is 1 HP, but manages to get off the crab tank in the nick of time. If they went down first, this would be such a dangerous situation, but unfortunately, not able to get it in time. The Splash on 1 HP and a Dream gonna survive here. The Try is gonna hit over the wall onto the 96, denying it before the Kraken even has a chance to save it. And the Tetra's gonna be able to get a kill at least. Keep them off the plat. Gonna have to challenge the Tri-Slusher here. Narrowly staying alive, and they're gonna run him over with the Shark. We got our Reef Slider rare kill of the day, and Isabel is going in to keep their team in the game. One player alive, and this Splash is gonna opt to retreat to the right side of the map. Try to hold an angle, not give up space completely. Hold as much ground as you can. Another Splash gonna flank here, but gets picked off pretty early, and the Try is gonna opt to cooler right away. Probably just gonna go for a trade, but unfortunately not able to find it. The 96 is going to take them down right away. Crab tank comes out early. Try goes in, but the Try goes down. That crab is probably not able to find a pick here. And so it's going to be up to this second crab to make something happen. But they're opting to wait. They have a tacticooler. So it's not the end of the world if they die here. So they're going to wait. They're going to not panic it and use it now once new meta is pulled backward. And that's the thing. You've got to be careful. You gotta watch the flank on the side of the map, but you cannot retreat far enough that you get cornered by a crab. You have to maintain some amount of presence in the front. Retreating is very, very weak in that kind of situation, so you have to be careful for that. Drinks are being grabbed, and the wipe happens here. And now we're seeing Fiesta establish a lot of map control. The Tetra is going to try to regain map on their own plat. Gets sharked out, though, and just like 3 people immediately triple team them. You see Spider-Man ready, but it doesn't get the chance to shine yet because the Inkjet's going to actually take it out first. Oh, and that recall saves their life from the Tri-Slosher Crab combo. But they still have not taken out this try. There's also a sword up here, and Storm is just in the fight of his life. And unfortunately, that is not good news for New Meta, because if he's dead, everyone's surrounded. They're gonna go down. And it looks like that might be the set there. Yep, there's the brush going down. And they just have no way of contesting a zone that large in time, even if they get a kill. And Fiesta is gonna be taking it 3-0 over New Meta. Very nice showing from them. Very back and forth, much closer than the score led on. But very nice, calm defense from the side of Fiesta is going to be ultimately what decides the match, while New Meta really struggled with it. Definitely a good attempt, though, and we'll see if they can make the run back in losers.